back to my channel. This side the studious girl, and today I thought I should give you some material. Like I felt like I should discuss the sample question papers, so I thought to make a video on that. And most probably I'll be covering all the sample question papers of this year which CBSE has released right now in single video, so that you don't need to switch on to various videos. So I thought this is the best time, and your boards are also on the go. So let's start with the last video for this year. Earlier I said that the question papers which were mine discussion was the last videos, but I thought that giving a single video for the entire sample question paper will help you to analyze that also. So I thought there will be some sort of help from my side, and most probably this will be the last one. And as I earlier even said that my videos will be coming as per my schedule of the college, so that was also an issue, and right now I was on off, so I thought I should go with another video. So let's start and move ahead with. I got 2 to 3 responses on Google Forms of end of bipolarity and challenges of nation building. I believe you all should do even the history ones, so that you can go with the preparation more easier, because MCQs are the most typical ones. In the questions which are long answer questions, if you know the material, you can write anything, you can frame on your own. But for MCQ, you need to be cut to cut, because if a single MCQ goes wrong, you'll be losing a mark. सो और वैसे भी अगर आप लोग अवेयर हैं, और वैसे आई नो आज सबको पता ही होगा कि थ्योरी मार्क्स हमेशा जो रिटन क्वेश्चंस हैं 2 मार्क्स 3 मार्क्स 8 मार्क्स वगैरह, उनमें टीचर्स अगर आपका थोड़ा सा मटेरियल गलत है तो 0.5 काटता है, बट MCQ में यूल बी लूजिंग डायरेक्टली अ मार्क. सो दैट्स ऑल्सो अ रीज़न टू प्रैक्टिस MCQs मोर रादर देन द written questions, because written questions, if you are go thorough with your NCERT book, the chapters, you are good to go for the theory part. But MCQ will be causing a trouble for you if you are not aware, you have not practiced. Although if the chapter is clear, you will be happy and confident enough to attempt the MCQs, but still MCQs is the biggest trouble for a child at the time of question paper, when you feel like because MCQs can be framed from the very point within the center part of the chapter also. जैसे जर्नली होता है कि हम ओवरव्यू लिख देते हैं, तो वो ओवरव्यू में जाके नहीं, वो बिल्कुल अंदर चैप्टर के लाइन टू लाइन से MCQs बन सकते हैं. So that's the reason MCQs should be practiced. So I thought I should give you, this is the CBSE question bank. Here you have the previous year sample papers, like from CBSE itself I downloaded. I'm just showing you. These are the CBSE sample question papers which they gave for our term. Like my board, this were the sample question papers, the entire are given here. I have given you for 2023 the previous one, my seniors, and the ones which I had from CBSE sample question papers. So I believe you will be practicing these. They'll be very much enough for you. The CBSE previous year question, these are the previous year sample papers, these are the previous year question papers, प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन पेपर्स आई बिलीव. तो 23-24 के ये भी मैंने आपको दिए हुए हैं. सैम्पल क्वेश्चन पेपर्स ये रहे. लेट्स मूव अहेड विद दीज आर द सैम्पल क्वेश्चन पेपर रिलीज्ड फॉर योर टर्म 2024-25. So MS here stands for marking scheme and SQP stands for sample question paper. I believe most of you have gone through this, but still I felt that I should discuss it with you all, so I thought that's the better option. So let's move ahead with this. So firstly, here I start with political science again. This is the sample question paper, and just give me a second, let me divide the screen. So yes, now we can see here that sample question paper 2024-25 political science, this is your code and marking scheme here. So we'll be checking answers and discussing side by side. So firstly you should read basic instructions. I believe you all must be knowing that एक तो आपको अपना क्वेश्चन पेपर का कोड अच्छे से लिखना होता है, अपना रोल नंबर ठीक से लिखना, अपना सब्जेक्ट कोड अच्छे से लिखना, स्कूल कोड वगैरह, मतलब एक भी एंट्री गलत नहीं होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट कैन कॉज योर फ्यूचर. बिकॉज एक भी एंट्री गलत हुई वहीं पे आपके चीज़ें गड़बड़ होनी शुरू हो जाती हैं. तो यू मस्ट बी री चेकिंग देम थ्राइस एंड 4 times. दैट्स बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू itself. गिव 5 minutes पेशेंसली. एंड कभी भी ऐसा मत करना कि एंट्रीज लास्ट में फिल कर रहे हो, बिकॉज लास्ट में बहुत हरी हो जाता है. बिकॉज जब लेंदी पेपर होता है, ह्यूमैनिटी इज़ ऑलवेज लेंदी. सो जब लास्ट में आप पहुंचने लगते हो ना, तो यू आर इन वेरी फास्ट स्पीड and you forget to fill those entries, and that can also cause you features. So please, जैसे ही क्वेश्चन पेपर मिलता है, सब एंट्रीज हाथ के हाथ फिल करो. यू विल बी गेटिंग टाइम फॉर दैट. फिल देम rather than wasting time, because at the end you will be in a hurry for sure. So and ये इंस्ट्रक्शंस भी हमेशा क्वेश्चन पेपर में ज़रूर पढ़ने चाहिए. देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है 30 क्वेश्चन. सो यू शुड ऑल्सो टेक द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन आर देयर और नॉट, बिकॉज क्वेश्चन पेपर भी कई बार गलत आ जाता है. Question paper is divided into 5 sections, A, B, C, D, E, as you all know. Section A contains 1 to 12 MCQ questions, carries a mark each. Section B, 13 to 18 questions, short answer type questions, carries 2 marks each. And here the word limit is also mentioned, 50 to 60 words. Look, for us it was around 40 to 50 words, I believe, and for you it is 50 to 60 words. So they have increased the limit for you, and that's a good way. Section C contains 19 to 23 questions, which are long answer type, and each carries 4 marks each. And the limit is 100 to 120 words for 4 marks. And that's pretty much enough. If you write 2 pages, that's enough for 4 marks. And I believe 2 marks is enough maximum. Section D contains 24 to 26, which are the passages, cartoon and map based questions. And answer section E, 27 to 30, long answer type, 170 to 180 words, 6 marks. Okay, no overall choice in the question paper. Internal choice is provided in few questions. Okay. In addition to this, note that a separate question has been provided for visually impaired candidates. In that of questions having visual inputs map, such questions are to be attempted by visually impaired candidates only. Keep this in mind. Now we move ahead with section A. So here the collapse of Soviet Union was followed by shock therapy. Which of the following statement is not correct about shock therapy? Okay. The transition involved a breakup of the existing trade alliance among the countries of Soviet bloc. Shock therapy involved a drastic change in the external orientation of these economies. FDI and free trade were to be the main engines. The Eastern capitalist states guided and controlled the development of the region. Eastern capitalists were not in play, so this was the incorrect option. And please take care, although they highlight generally not if mentioned in question, but still you should take care of that. Further move in the following question. A statement of assertion is followed by a statement of reason. Choose the appropriate answer. Assertion: in December 1991, the leadership of Yeltsin, Russia, Ukraine, and Georgia, 3 major republics of the USSR, declared the Soviet Union was disbanded. So, I believe this is a wrong statement, because it was not Yeltsin, it was some other leader. I'm just forgetting the name about. It was not Yeltsin, that I am confirmed about. So it was the one who was the last their leader. I'm forgetting the name, my bad, I'm sorry. But yes, it was not Yeltsin, that I'm confirmed about. Okay, so assertion is false, and the rise of nationalism led to various protests in post-Soviet republics. That is true, absolutely true. So the answer is going to be A is false and R is true. Let's move further ahead. Match the terms. Here we move to confidence building measures, arms control, alliance, and disarmament. So disarmament is giving up certain types of weapons, like the avoided nuclear weapons and biological weapons, like that. Um, Alliance is a coalition of nations meant to deter, defend against military attacks. This is alliance. Arms control. Arms control is regulating the acquisition or development of weapons. That is also true. And confidence building measures is this. So ये मैंने लिख दिया है, आप लोग प्लीज क्वेश्चन पेपर में कुछ मत लिखना. And here we go with 1 का 4, and this is the only option here. We move forward. In recent times, most of the armed conflicts have taken place in, it was sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, this is the question which I am not familiar with. So ये मैंने भी पहली बार पढ़ा है. Not in my times it came. Okay, so that is the reason I asked you to please go through with the sample question papers. Resource geopolitics pertains to the allocation of resources during the Cold War. This is the statement 1. And oil is considered as the most important source in global politics. This, in the light of above statement, choose the correct option. Okay, so resource is geopolitics pertains to the allocation of resources of the Cold War. This is a very good statement, and it's absolutely true because resources are the biggest influential part in our geopolitics in present day, because and oil is the biggest one because oil is readily available in few of the countries, and they are influencing the entire world on their we can say on their necessity, because they are having the one of the largest accumulation of the oil, and from which we can have various other ingredients and various other material. So they are influencing the entire world. So both of the statements are absolutely true. Here we move ahead with arrange the following in chronological order. Okay, so honestly I'm not very much familiar, and even I don't remember. I accept it because I'm not in touch, and I am not in touch at this point in the book. So yes, I'll be taking help of the marking scheme, and here I'll inform you. So as per the marking scheme, the option goes is C. So I believe you all must be aware, and I know that these all four of the information is given in your syllabus. So if you have read, you must be familiar with all these state options. So I know you all must be capable of doing this question. Era of one party dominance in India refers to the period from 1952 to 1962. This was the era of Congress. Identify and write the incorrect pair. Please check. It is asking about the incorrect pair. Okay. Rajkumari Amrit Kaur was the first health minister. This is absolutely correct. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, he was also the education minister. That is also correct. Chairman of drafting committee. This is also correct. Acharya Narendra Dev, founding president of Communist Party of India. This is wrong because he was the founding of Congress. Most probably, that much I remember. He was the part of Congress, not India, not CPI. Zenith of India's engagement with newly independent Asian countries, Asian and African nations, was the Bandung Conference. Which of the following issues led to the attack on Egypt in 1956 by Britain? It was the Suez Canal issue. Okay. Bodo is a community state in Assam. And if you must have remembered, the same question was in my question paper. Which of the following schedules of the constitution allows complete autonomy to the tribes to preserve their practices and customary laws? This was the 6th schedule. Basically, in this video, I am focusing on the MCQs. So, I am just showing off you the question paper so that you must be capable enough. I am showing you the questions and the marking scheme. Everything is provided to you. Please have a check in the drive so that these are very much helpful, and I bet you that few of the questions will be repeated in your question paper. So please don't ignore them like anything. They are the most important and crucial resource for you at this point in time, because your boards are approaching and you need to hurry up with your preparation now. So these are the best resources for you now, because अब अगर आप एन सी आर टीज पढ़ने बैठोगे तो यू डोंट हैव दैट मच टाइम दैट यू कैन कंप्लीट द एन सी आर टीज, यू कैन रिवाइज एंड you can practice too. So now at this time you should go through with these sample question papers and practice these, because they are very much enough for you to cater your preparation with fast speed and um, get equally familiar with the questions. So like sample question papers, previous year practice questions, everything you should go through with, you will be capable of getting very much of the syllabus in your hand. So these were the questions. One thing I would like you to notice here in the marking scheme, look at this end. This is a 2-mark question, so they have provided only 2 marks. And if you have a focus on, they have only write it 3 to 4 lines what I said, because 2 marks ke liye you need not to write a huge page as per their saying, and I believe these are making around 50 to 60 words. So please take care that for 2 marks you need to write only 2 points, maximum 3 points, and they should be in the limit. They can exceed 10 to 20 words, you can exceed. I don't think anybody would be cutting your marks. And it generally happens when a child is writing in a flow, they even understand that he has written and exceeded the limit, but that's okay. Nobody cuts your mark on writing extra. So you need to write only 2 to 3 points, and write, if you are writing 3 points, if you need to meet even the limit, you need to write 3 points if you are familiar with that. So you need to write only 2 lines for a point, then you will be meeting the limit through 50-60 words, and you also write 3 points. But if you are writing only 2 points, you need to write 3 to 4 lines in both the points, and you will be meeting the limit. So same goes for further we come ahead with the 4 markers here. So the same goes for this also. They have only written the 4 points, and that too in the single line, but still they have given. So that's the reason I'm saying that please follow the pointers. That means the amount, the weightage the question carries, the amount of points you need to write. That is a simple trick you need to follow. Here even we go ahead with 8 mark. This is also a 4 marker question. You have 6 markers here. So for 6 markers also they have written 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 point. Look, they have only written 5 points for a 6 marker question, but look at the amount of words they have carried in each point. So it is huge enough. That's why they have written only 5 points. But the question, I believe, has they have written any 3 developments. So the question was demanding any 3. So they wanted to write only any of the 3. But you need to state exactly from the NCERT, and if they are demanding 3 and it is a 6 marker question. So for 6 marker, 3 points you need to mention, but they should be at least half a page each a point for 6 marks. Half page, like look here, like this is your page, and so at least this much should be your 1 point, this much should be your 2nd point, and this much should be your 3rd point. That will make sense. At least 1.5 page should be yours for 6 marker. Okay, so that's what I wanted to make you clear about. That's all for this pol science question paper. Give me a second, let me upload the another one. Yes guys, so I've uploaded, and the same instructions are here, but I believe you should read the instructions for each and every subject very carefully, because they are important, because not every subject has the same instructions. So let's once again read here. You can see that we have 21 MCQs here in history question paper. 20 to 27 we have 3 markers, 28 to 30 we have 8 markers, and the limit is 300 to 350 words. Okay. So, and section E is for MCQ question. MCQ, I believe, for the map question, which is of 5 marks. Let's move ahead. I'll try my best, but still, if I forgot something, I'll be taking the help of a marking scheme. Which of the following options accurately describes the significance of Sangam age? Sangam age ka significance was it marked the introduction of Sanskrit literature in South India. I believe that was not the case because South India does not have Sanskrit in a very familiar go. It was a period of decline in literary activities. That was also not the case. It witnessed the flourishing collections of ancient Tamil literature. It was characterized by the dominance of Greek literature in India. This is the answer because Sangam literature was at the time when Tamil was very familiar with. To which one of the following dynasties Raja Gautami Puta Sri Satkani belonged to? He was for Satvahana dynasty. We move ahead with assertion. Recovering artifacts is merely the initial step in the archaeological process. Archaeologists employ various methods such as classification based on material function, analysis of contextual clues, and reliance on indirect evidence to understand the significance and purpose of artifacts. Both statements are absolutely correct, and the answer is going to be A as they are related to each other. Here we move ahead. Concept. Consider the following statements regarding Buddhism and choose the correct options. The concept of Bodhisattva is central to Hinayana and sect of Buddhism. Bodhisattva is a compassionate one on his way to enlightenment. Bodhisattva achieve Nibbana to personal salvation. So I would like to go through with C because Bodhisattva is central to Hinayana. This was a section. Buddhism was divided into Hinayana and Mahayana, and Hinayana was considering this concept of Bodhisattva and a compassionate way to enlightenment. This is also absolutely correct because these were the people who used to help people who were trying to attain salvation, enlightenment basically. So Bodhisattva is nowhere related to Nibbana. Let's move ahead. Dayaram Sahani was the archaeologist who discovered, I believe, seals at Harappa. Okay. So, wait, look, let me see once. Wait. Look here. I wanted to show this also to you that even CBSE makes mistake. Look, in the marking scheme, this is question 5. This is question 5. Answer is given D, but D have the A option 1. They have given A option 2. So even CBSE makes mistakes, right? Yes, Rakhildas Banerjee was the one who was founding seals at Mohenjo-daro. B gives the major option 2. Okay, so might be he was to be with Harappa. If we consider it, wait, just let me check once. For sure, John Marshall was authored for Mohenjo-daro and Indus civilization. That is the perfect point we can move ahead with. And C has one option only, so B is the correct option, not D. Absolutely. Identify the ruler with the following information. He was a prominent Shaka ruler. He rebuilt Darshana Lake. He showcased his engagement in Sanskritic tradition. He was Rudradaman. Please remember, rebuilt Shaka Lake was absolutely the Rudradaman ruler because this is the main point to remember him. Sudarshana Lake, he rebuilt that. It was constructed at the time of Gupta ruler, And even a Gupta ruler, I believe, the forthcoming had constructed it again because it was destroyed in some flood like that, tsunami type. So this is the answer for this question is Rudra Daman. We move ahead with, look, picture based question is also here. That means you need to check the pictures carefully, read the things mentioned below them. These cave paintings, which are these? Okay, so Siti Navasal was not in our syllabus. Bak cave is not in our syllabus, so these options get eliminated. Ellora cave was even not displayed anywhere, but yes, Ajanta was discussed, so Ajanta cave is the answer for this. Look, here it is mentioned the following question is only for visually impaired candidate. Okay, so please take care of this. Which of the following skills can be identified from Al-Biruni's writing? Proficiency in diplomacy and political negotiation, fluency in multiple languages and broad intellectual curiosity, expertise in military strategies and warfare tactics, exceptional talent for storytelling and vivid descriptions. The answer is for fluency in multiple languages because he knew very vast languages. They want to ask the incorrect one about Andal. Andal was a woman who was a Nayanar, okay, and she incorporated with the prevailing caste system. She uh, was discriminated on behalf of the caste system, so she did not incorporate it, but she sought to get flee away from that. We move ahead here. Imagine you are analyzing a historical document of Vijayanagar Empire. Which of the following documents will help the most? Okay, so for Vijayanagar Empire, it was a imperial decree granting privileges to the sacred organizations at Vijayanagar Empire. They used to give land and to various organizations who were teaching people in their empire like that. So this was a decree which mentions to whom they have given which amount of land. This is also the question which is repeated. This even I had in my question paper for boards. And we have here again just give me a second. Niccolo di Conti was for sure Italian trader. A is 2. Abdur Razak was a merchant, I believe. Afsai Nikitin was a Russian. Yes, he was a Portuguese. Afsai Nikitin was a merchant from Russia. C is 4 for sure, and A is 2. So A is 2, we have only this option. C is 4, we have only this option. So D is the correct answer. Which of the following developments significantly contributed to the increased flow of silver bullion into India through trade with Europe? Okay, so for trade was the rise of Ottoman Empire in Asia, the opening of the New World through voyages, the Ming dynasty's expansion into the Southeast Asia, the decline of Safavid Empire in Asia. Safavid is not stated in our syllabus. Ming dynasty is also not stated. Ottoman Empire, no. Opening of the New World through voyages. This is the only option we can rely on. How did the compilation of Ain-e-Akbari contribute to Emperor Akbar's vision of governance? It documented all the religious and ritual practices by emphasis on military strategies for territorial expansions, by providing information on administrative and cultural traditions, by focusing on trade routes and economic policies. For sure, this was mentioned, but not in such a huge amount that it can lead to governance vision. But yes, information on administrative was there, so this is the correct option. C is the correct option. We move further. What insights did Francois Bernier provide the economic structure of Mughal India? Francois Bernier provided the prevalence of private land ownership and equitable distribution of wealth, the dominance of state controlled resources and limitations on private property, The absence of trade networks and economic isolation from global market, and the reliance on foreign investments and absence of indigenous industries. So for this, it is the correct answer, as he said that in India, state controlled resources and limitations on private properties were also imposed, and he was absolutely against it. So that's why he mentioned it in his view. Compare and contrast the impacts of American Civil War on cotton production in India and United States. So, in both countries experienced a decline in cotton production due to the war. That was not the case. US was experienced a decline in cotton production. No, India's cotton production increased while US declined. This is the absolutely correct statement here. Why did the rebellion in Awadh become a symbol of resistance against British rule? Choose the best suitable option from the following. Um, Due to the region's economic prosperity under native rule, due to the displacement of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, and due to the favorable land revenue policies towards the peasantry, due to Awadh's central position for organizing rebel forces. Rebellion was becoming a symbol of resistance due to the displacement of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah and his talukdars. As he was taken off, that he was not able to rule properly, he was taken off from the position of being a Nawab. For this, I genuinely apologize, but I really don't remember the years. So I am taking the help of this marking scheme, and here the answer is this. You but still once check from NCRT, then rely on CBSE answers. And which one of the following was Gandhi's main demand for the peasants in Champaran? It was freedom to cultivate the crops of their choices. Okay, because they were forced to grow indigo, and this growing of indigo led to the converting of arable land into a uncultivable land which is barren. Complete the following correct option. Role of leaders, the history of nationalism. Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. George Washington was from USA. Identify the ruler of India in 1850s from the given option using the provided information. He was a successor to Peshwa Bajirao II. He was compelled by the sepoys and town people to join the revolt. As their leader from Kanpur, he was Nana Sahib. Okay. The which of the following were the key idols associated with the social struggles in India? The key idols associated were democracy, equality, and justice. Here we come to the end of MCQs. Here also we have internal choices, but yes, anyway, you need to just check out. Even here, you check out once these are the 3 marker questions, and they have given you all the 5 points, and they are asking you to choose any of the three. So that is the thing, you need to choose any 3 points but expand them in the best way. That is the trick for history, because in history you need to write a lot, which means a lot. Okay, and here we go for 8 markers. 8 markers also, they have given 14 points to you. Look at it here, but you need to write only maximum 10 points, maximum 10. And if you have a lot many, then shorten your points and write as many as you have. Okay, so that's the trick. Don't exceed the limit, because 350 words is a huge word limit, and generally it is given for article, but 350 is given for your answer. So you need to maintain the limit, not exceed that. Okay, for sure, take care of that. Here are the source based questions, that is also from your NCRT book, and here last is for your map based questions. Give me a minute, let me upload the entrepreneurship EYQ. Yes, I have uploaded. Let's move ahead with entrepreneurship MCQs. And here also the instructions are given. Section A contains 1 to 18 MCQs carrying a mark each. Section B consists of 2 marks each. Section C consists 3 marks each, and section D has 5 marks each. Let's move forward ahead with the MCQs. Here I'll be giving you MCQs. I'm not reading out because entrepreneurship questions are huge, and that will cause a bit sort of pain. So yes, The answer here goes for mutual agency. Um, Here for this answer is problem, because already the source that led to the emergence of business idea is generally problem. When someone faces a problem, then only they try to change it, update it, like that. Okay. Sophisticated positive sales approach is indirect sales strategy. Mm, Refer to the logo, coffee brand Dell Coffee in the given R. This science uh, what it indicates is a trademark. Okay, this is a trademark. This is for visually impaired. Here we come. Dash form of business organization meets the requirement of Anita and Supriya. Okay, so as there are only two names, and just let me see, there will be a limit written always. Anita, tech entrepreneur, wants to start her automation consultancy business that will develop AI based customized solution for different service providers. She can't do it all by herself, so she has approached her friend Supriya, who is an IIT graduate. Together, they plan to commence the business in a form where their liability is limited and the business is regulated by law. Liability is limited is only the case for private limited. Innovation involves translation of a useful idea into an application which has commercial value. We move ahead. This we need to choose the correct pair here. So correct pair here is follow up. Expedient function that relates to evaluation and appraisal of work performed. Absolutely true. Nirmala Dairy Farms. Wait, let me read it. Here, it attracts only the bargain hunters who switch to other brands if the price rises. It is not a viable option if there are strict legal and government regulations. It does not take into account the competitors' pricing and action. It leads to a series of counter offers that sometimes results in no sale. The answer here goes is it does not take into account the competitors' price and actions. In entrepreneurship, you must have understood by the time that keep a check and an eye on the competitor is a very important trick to excel in your venture or whatever you say. Because if you are not aware what your competitor is doing with the same product, you will be lacking behind in the market. So that's the main reason you need to keep in mind. If your competitor is giving the same product at 100 rupees and the you are selling it at 200 rupees, the customers is definitely going to come to the 100 rupees one, because they don't want to spend much and they want each and every technology and work which is done to be by the machine. So they are looking for a full packed machine with each and every technology included in it and at less cost. So you also need to reduce your cost, otherwise your competitor will be earning much more than you. Okay, logo of a company is is the key visual component of enterprise overall brand identity. Provides essential information about the company through a set color combination, fonts, images, and impressions. Is a memorable dramatic phase that will sum up the product. Can be a graphic mark or emblem used to promote instant public recognition. Okay. So I believe here all are correct except this one, because memorable dramatic phrase is not the phrase, logo is not a phrase, it is always a picture. Okay, so 1, 2, and 4 are the correct ones. Identify which of the following intellectual property is not patentable. Um, Patentable, the intellectual property which is not patentable are generally designs or patterns used for manufacturing. Okay, so they that is not patentable generally, because the same design, like we have copies of any product, so they are not patentable generally, the designs. We move ahead with another one. The ingredient of a franchise agreement, which outlines the marketing and advertising procedure to be used by franchisee, are the proprietary statements. The element of the financial plan describes how the enterprise funds will be dedicated to different assets so that enterprise can earn the highest possible returns. That is generally the investment decision. New companies find it difficult to go to the public. A new company needs to maintain dividend and profit growth trend. This is also correct, but they are not related to each other. So B is the correct answer for here. Given below are assumptions that are made by an entrepreneur in break-even point analysis. The proportion of sales mix must be predetermined. The sale mix must change within the relevant period. All costs can be characterized as variable or fixed. Sales price per unit, variable cost per unit, and total fixed cost are calculated as per the process. As per the forces of demand and supply, all units produced are not sold. This is an assumption for sure. And here the correct statement would be, pair of assumptions basically would be 1 and 3, because proportion of sales mix is predetermined. This is also sure. And all cost can be categorized. This is also sure. Identify which of the following is not a current asset for a furniture manufacturing unit. Not a fixed asset is the outstanding expenses, because they are not fixed. Sometimes they expend more, sometimes they expend less. So that is not a fixed asset for sure. Here we move ahead with identify which of the following is an advantage of issuing shares through rights issue. It is an inexpensive method of issuing shares. Okay, because यहाँ एम्प्लॉय की कोई बात नहीं हो रही, तो ये भी चीज़ नहीं आएगी. वैल्यूएशन ऑफ कंपनी एंड बेटर प्रेस्टीज जैसा भी कुछ नहीं होता है. कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी भी नहीं होती है. Dash acquisition, purchasing company become a subsidiary once of the purchased company is backflip. Suvidha store is a grocery store and retails fast moving consumer goods. The store buys its supplies on credit and sells them on cash basis. With growing competition, it has also started selling goods on credit. The above step by Suvidha store may lead to dash in its working and capital requirement, and its cash conversion cycle will be longer. For sure, that will also increase. So these were the MCQs. We move ahead here also with the theory questions. Here also you can see that 2 marks for 2 points. So that's the same thing followed in each and every question paper. Now I believe you must have been seeing the trend. You need to practice these numericals, because they are important. And generally, look, one thing more I would like to show you here, like look, each and every step has half marks. So if you are not getting the correct answer, you are feeling like, but still you are confident enough that you have done the procedure correct, so don't cross it. जो आपका फाइनल आंसर गलत है उसके लिए आपका आधा मार्क कटेगा, पर जो आपने पूरा प्रोसीजर किया है उसको आपको 5 में से 4.5 मार्क्स मिलेंगे. सो प्लीज़ कोई भी अगर आपको क्वेश्चन ऐसा लगता है कि आपने गलत किया है लास्ट में, तो प्लीज़ उसको छोड़ दो. अगर वो टीचर को गलत लगेगा वो हाफ मार्क काटेगा, बट आपने काट दिया तो आपके पूरे 5 मार्क्स जाएंगे. सो दैट्स ऑल्सो अ वेरी बिग थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू हेयर. दैट मीन्स स्टेप मार्किंग इज कंसिडर्ड हेयर. एंड सेम विद द इकोनॉमिक्स पेपर. इकोनॉमिक्स पेपर में भी स्टेप मार्किंग होती है, तो वहाँ पर भी मैं आपको ये बोलूँगी, अगर न्यूमेरिकल्स अटैम्प्ट करते हो तो न्यूमेरिकल्स में कहीं भी गलत हो तो वहाँ पर छोड़ के मत आना. शायद आपने बीच में कुछ गलती करी है पर आपका आंसर सही आ जाए, तो वो चीज़ है कि आपका मतलब आधा मार्क कट जाएगा पर पूरा नहीं जाएगा. सो दैट्स ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू. एंड दिस दैट्स वाज ऑल फॉर दिस वीडियो. I hope this video will help you to come across these marking sample question papers which were introduced by CBSE here for you all. And I hope you all are going with a great pace, and best of luck for you all to your boards. Ace your practice. Now, no more videos from my side. All the videos are uploaded. The few chapters are uploaded. So, do work on your strategies. And now it's time. Today is 31st of January. You have exactly 14 days for entrepreneurship exam. So, go ahead with your preparation and rock it. Your board exams are waiting for you. They are waiting that you write on them and you crack them. So, all the best for you all. Board exam 2025 may bring lots of happiness in your life, and go and rock it. That's all for this video. The Studious Girl signing off. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment on my channel. Any problem, any difficulty, anywhere you can contact me, either on Instagram, on YouTube, comments, anywhere. I'm always there for you. One thing I would like to tell you that I am going to come live tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday, 1st February, most probably around 7 or 8 p.m. I am going to come live tomorrow, and I hope you all will be there and asking your queries and concerns with me. I'll be very happy to solve those, and most probably I'm coming live tomorrow at 8 p.m. for sure. That's all for this video. Thank you very much. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment to my channel. The Studious Girl signing off here. Thank you.